Welcome back to my channel, and let's tune into tarot for the month of June 2021. This reading is for all Libra placements with a sun, moon, or rising sign in Libra. I hope this resonates, but do keep in mind this is a general reading, so it will not resonate for everyone. So take what resonates and leave the rest behind for someone else. I hope you find this helpful and that you find some guidance and insights for your month of June. Let's go ahead and jump in. So for the first week of the month, we've got the Five of Cups, which is really bringing in kind of some disappointment from the previous month, I think. With the 3 spilled cups there at your feet, there, it looks like there's a mess of emotions that you might have to clean up before sort of moving forward. However, you do have 2 cups behind you that are still full. And the 2 of Cups is a card of balance, harmony, and reciprocal exchange. So it does seem like there's a lot of hope for you in the future. You also have this bridge in the background leading to the castle over here. And the castle is illuminated. And so it's really indicating that you have a much brighter future ahead of you. So as long as you can kind of deal with the slight spike in emotional residue from the previous month, you're going to be golden, okay? And then the next week, we have the Page of Wands, which is a card all about, well, it usually brings in a message or news or information or an opportunity in regards to either a creative project or love interest, possibly. The Page of Wands is very energetic, very passionate and fiery and playful and flirty and fun. And so it's a really nice energy to have this month. So I could see, I mean, if you are dealing with a new romantic interest, this could be a pretty fun week. But also if you're working on any new creative projects, then this energy helps to kind of fuel that drive to create. And also, like I said, it could be a new creative opportunity that, or some news in regards to a creative project you might be working on this month. Yeah, and the Wands does indicate a fire sign usually, so Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, but it doesn't have to, but just that's kind of that fiery energy. We'll move on to the next week, and we've got the Ace of Wands, which is sort of, you get sort of a thumbs up from the universe. This is a new start. It's a new start in love or a new start with the creative project, and another kind of creative energy that comes through. So I'm wondering if you are dealing with a new romantic interest, that maybe this is an opportunity to really root or seed that relationship into something that can flourish and thrive and grow into something really beautiful. So maybe you're sort of grounding that energy or making the relationship more serious, possibly, something like that. Or again, it could be related to a creative project. So if you're launching a website or a business or just kind of creating a side hustle, maybe there's some new energy or some new starts that you'll be kind of planting those seeds this week. It's a good time to do that because you have like this fertile soil. Also, if you're growing a garden, this might be a good week to do that. Although getting into later June, I don't know if we've sort of missed our window, but in my opinion, it's never too late to kind of throw some seeds in the ground and see what happens. So now for the 4th week of the month, I did pull, well, I didn't even pull, 2 cards fell out. So I went ahead and just flipped over both of them. And so we've got the 3 of Cups in the reversed. And this is usually a celebratory energy. So in the reverse position, I could see how it might be an indication that celebrations might be canceled. It might mean that certain events or like travel, like vacations or social engagements might be delayed or canceled. Sometimes the 3 cups can indicate 3 people. And so I'm kind of wondering if there was sort of a love triangle that was transpiring at one point, that perhaps there's something that happens in regards to that, like maybe someone's sort of cut out of the triangle or leaves the triangle, and then it leaves the 2 cups, which again are the 2 cups that are standing in the first card here. So, but we'll pull the next card here. So this is the Hierophant reverse. The Hierophant usually in the upright position will indicate a higher level commitment. And so perhaps someone in that love triangle was not ready to commit. And so they leave the triangle, or they're cut off from the triangle, possibly. The Hierophant can also indicate a religious leader or a teacher. And sometimes in the reverse position, it can be sort of looking inward, your inner teacher or your inner Buddha, I've heard it referred to as. Also, so it's sort of indicating to, rather than get your advice from outside of yourself, to maybe look inward and get your advice from within yourself, your intuition, your inner guidance, your inner teacher, inner Buddha. So I think that's one message that's coming through, but it also makes sense that with the 3 of Cups, and if we're dealing with a love triangle, that someone's either maybe being cut out of the triangle, maybe you're being cut out of the triangle and becoming moving into this more solitary energy after that. So those are some of the themes that I see coming up in the month of June. Now, I also had 2 cards fall out for the oracle cards here. So we've got 2 messages to look at as final words of wisdom from the oracle. The first one is the Dragon's Hoard, and this is about protecting the future. So I can read the description in the book, but just the description kind of throws me off. I don't really understand it that much. So kind of what I gather from this card is that the energy of hoarding, and it feels very possessive and like there's this attachment element with the Dragon's Hoard. And so I feel like one of the messages is that we kind of want to move through this month in more of a detached space. And so just leaving space for our heart, space for our emotions to move, and not trying to grip on or attach ourselves to people or things or situations, and just kind of let them run their course, let the chips fall where they may, and allow space for that to happen, and just see how things unfold, and to not try to manipulate things too much, not force things too much. Just like, I guess hands off is sort of what I'm feeling. Like, take your hands off and just see how things move from there, because they will move as they are meant to. But I will read also from the book. In the Dragon's Hoard, jewels and precious objects scatter the ground, while ancient scrolls inscribed with the wisdom teachings lie within reach. This is a rich opportunity, and you can fill your satchel with the treasures you like best. Take the gifts offered you and dedicate them to the well-being of all, beginning with your own. But beware, all that glitters is not gold. Select the precious treasures that you will further your spiritual growth, and avoid the shiny objects that are empty of real value. Know that the hoard does not belong to you. It belongs to our grandchildren. What is the inheritance that you wish to leave for tomorrow? What seeds are you planting that you will harvest in your old age when you are weary? What seeds will bear fruit after you are no longer here? The dragon guards the legacy of the future. All who come empty-handed or to fill only their own pockets with gold lie in a dusty heap of bones. You have been allowed entrance by virtue of your kindness, or your spiritual practice, or sheer luck. Consider as well that your present, this moment, is the future to the dragon. You may be the one we have all been waiting for, so do not hesitate to take what bequest has been reserved for you since the beginning of time. This is the time to be bold. Do not delay or overthink. Remember to bring an offering for the dragon, lest it believe you are its lunch. A simple prayer will do. Okay, so this talk about the seed though, what seeds are you planting that you will harvest in your old age? I feel like maybe something, some seed that you're planting in the third week is maybe important to your future, like really important. So I am curious what new beginnings might be unraveling or sprouting in that particular week. So do let me know in the comments below what new beginnings seem to be cropping up for you in the third week of June. So that's the Dragon's Hoard, and maybe you got some other gleaned some other insight from that description. And then the next message from the Oracle is in the hand, which is funny because a strong message I was getting with the Dragon's Hoard was like gripping onto things or like holding, like being very possessive. And so the idea is like to take your hands off. And then this is saying in the hand, the universe is your partner. So it's about cultivating a partnership with spirit, really. Regardless of if you're in a relationship triangle of some kind or you're in a relationship at all, I think it's important to cultivate a partnership with spirit. I think that's a message that's coming through. And that you don't have to be in relationship with anyone. And if that's the case, even more so, it's important to cultivate a relationship with spirit, I think. But we'll read what the book says. So 31. All right, so in the hand, feeling secure, taken care of, the universe is your partner. Something amazing happens when you contemplate your intimate relationship with your higher power. How do you engage it? Perhaps you might have seen things through the influence of your religious background, or you may have been exposed to other ways of making that connection real for you. It doesn't matter the source of your understanding. What matters is what works for you. For example, if you believe in a punitive God, you will be afraid of punishment for your transgressions. If you believe in a version of a higher power that blesses you, you may find it easier to surrender to a relationship of radical trust. Right now, if you imagine relaxing, curled up in the hands of the divine, how does that make you feel? Can you then turn over your needs and desires to that divine power and trust that you're safe and secure and don't have to do anything at all to feel that way? Grace is activated in your life now. You're in good hands. Your work, family, relationships, home, everything. You've done all you can, so now is the time to rest and recharge instead of producing, doing, acting, strategizing. A hot tea, a good book, and a soft blanket are in order. Wow, that sounds really nice, doesn't it? I mean, if I could curl up in the hands of the divine, well, we all can, but I mean, that sounds really lovely. So hopefully you gained some insight from that reading today. And again, please comment below with how your month unfolds. Like this video, subscribe to my channel if you have not done so, and do share this video with any of your Libran friends. And I thank you again for your time today, and I'll talk to you guys next month. Thank you.